it's Luke here with Lifestyle Off-Road. I've had a couple people ask, so I'm going to go ahead and do a walk around of my 2004 solid axle swapped Nissan Xterra. So let's get into the details. First off, there it is. Some of you may have seen it online, or it's been in a couple magazines, Peterson's four-wheel drive a couple times. Used to be blue underneath the wrap, but let's get started under the hood. I've got the Off-Road Gorilla hood strut kit. It's actually for 2005 and up Xterras, but I was able to adapt it and get it to work. Under the hood, this was actually a non-supercharged engine that I swapped the supercharger onto. It now has the 2.4 pulley, has a fully functional snorkel. It's hooked up in through there. I've got the Off-Road Gorilla silicone hose kit. Every single hose, coolant hose in this engine bay is swapped out, and with the new orange ones, you can see those in there. It's got new plug wires. I just recently went through most of this motor, making sure everything was ready to rock for a long time. It's got a double row TYC radiator, got a power steering cooler here. If you can see down there, I've got a trans cooler that has I think it's a 10-inch fan on it. I have full headers, full exhaust. You can kind of see the headers in there. It's got 2¼ inch pipes off the headers that go down into a single in dual out muffler, and then 2.5 inch out of the muffler. So there's that. Got a couple lights up front. I think that's a 20-inch light bar from Oz four-wheel drive. We've got the fog lights here, and then behind the license plate got a Smittybilt 10K winch with the synthetic rope, and I believe that's a 100-foot rope. I've never run out of length, so it's got a good amount of length to it. We've got 35-inch Goodyear MTRs on Vision 15-inch wheels, and these wheels are brand spanking new. Like I said when I started the video, this is solid axle swapped. So it's got a 91 Jeep Grand Wagoneer Dana 44 under it. It has 513 JK thick gears in the front, so that allows for a little more strength and better cooling. It's leaf sprung. It's got GM 1-ton steering. It is using mostly Grand Wagoneer components for the suspension, so these are just Rancho lift springs for the Grand Wagoneer. 10-inch travel shocks up front, just Bilstein 5125s. It has a full tube structure under these fenders, and these are actually Frontier fenders. That's how I've got the flare on there. You can kind of see the tube going back in there, but this is fully supported through here with all tubing. 1 3/4 inch tubes. Right now I do have the tube doors on. These are custom built by Sharky's Metal Fab. Got the really nice latches on them, so it works just like a factory door, and it doesn't go anywhere. I have Sentra SER Spec V seats in this, and these actually bolt directly to the 2002 to 2004 Xterra rails, so it's a direct fit. I've got all the functions still, the seat. They're way more comfortable than the stock Xterra stuff. Got my boost gauge in there, running about 8 to 9 pounds. Front and rear lockers, they are air lockers. The front is a Yukon zip locker. The rear is the ARB for the stock Nissan H233B axle. This is the wireless control for my winch, so I can just flip that, grab the remote, and let line in, let line out. I actually mounted a Garmin right in front of the steering wheel, and that is how I do my speedometer. That way it's dead accurate. I've got the water voltmeter and the trans temp gauges up there, my CB in the center, my Sony stereo, and then I've got this switch panel down there that controls all my accessories. Couple more auxiliary switches there for rock lights, and one of those actually turns on the switch panel so you can kill power to it. A lot of my accessory wiring is actually under the seat in a Blue Sea fuse box, so I just have a couple wires that run from my battery and then go over to there. Insane Fab rock sliders. They're actually for a different model truck. Got them to fit. In the back I have the Curry Anti-Rock sway bar. Just helps keep me stabilized. If it limited travel at all, I would be surprised, but it makes it drive so much nicer on the road. Custom taillights that I built along with the rear bumper. Got the old school diffuser up there. I've got the gas can off right now, but this tire swing out is made for 2 roto packs. I carry a water can and then a 2.5 gallon gas can usually. Both of them have the locks. Swing out stays locked out, and then I actually have a magnet on it that helps keep it closed along with the pin. Out back I've got the Molly panels up on the rear windows, both of them. I actually helped Dep get those designed for this model truck. Actuators for the lockers, 10-pound power tank. Made this little rack right here to mount it. A fire extinguisher stays on there. Just kind of my tools piled in there. It's got a 10-inch bazooka tube, because who doesn't need a little bass in their life. And then this isn't probably my best work, but it's functional. It is just I kind of expanded, if I can even pick it up, kind of expanded under there so I could fit more tools. So that way I have pretty good access to my hatch area without sacrificing storage space. So get this shut. This has got a full locking pin. Keep your tire carrier safe. Show you the magnetic latch, so it'll actually hold it closed. So even if you bounce around a little bit and forget your pin, it's not going to go anywhere. But then lock that in just in case. Full size spare. I've rotated in, try and get the most life I can out of these tires. Show you underneath. It is spring over on the rear suspension. These are actually Pro 4X leaf springs from a 14 Frontier mixed with some Jeep leaf springs. I think it was a TJ. Seems to work well. It's got the heavy duty shackles on the back too. Insane Fab skid plate on the gas tank. 14-inch travel Bilsteins on the back. Got a hitch receiver built into that bumper. I don't know, we're missing much else. With the back seat. Oh, I do have full rubber flooring. The back isn't molded perfectly. And then I also added speakers in these rear doors. But I was able to find rubber flooring and it fits the front really well. The back isn't perfect, but it still serves its purpose, especially for when you have no doors on. Underneath here I've got an amp that powers the bazooka tube out back, and then it has 6x9 speakers in the back if you didn't see those. But I do have doors for it. I don't have power windows or locks. It just makes it easier to swap the doors in and out that way. But yeah, that's my 2004 Xterra. So let me know what you guys think.